Danny Flexon here for SecondsOut. Delighted to be joined by unbeaten heavyweight David Adeleye. David, how you doing, mate?
Good, mate. How are you?
I'm very good. Big event, nearly here now. When are you flying out to Saudi?
End of the week.
How much are you looking forward to it? There's been a lot of back and forth, both online and in person, and it's almost here.
Back and forth online. But no, I mean, sorry, there's no back and forth online because I don't really give it. I don't give it the time of day. But in person, I got the time for it. But yeah, it's going to be a good fight. I mean, a lot of people are interested in it. A lot of people are talking about it. Yeah, people want to see what's going on. So yeah, it's going to be a good fight.
And you, of course, destroyed our interview with Fabio Wardley when it all kicked off at the press conference, although he was being interviewed by Radio Rahim at SecondsOut at the time. But I don't hold any grudge, don't worry. I'm not going to come towards you because I know what happens when that happens. But what, from your point of view, how did it all kick off? What was the spark?
It was his entourage. It wasn't with him. There's never a problem with him. He was holding himself in a good demeanour. It was with his entourage, and then obviously kind of like, what are you doing? They must have thought I was someone else, but yeah, I ain't that sort of person. So obviously, when they realised the sort of person I was and it could get to that, then they kind of humbled up. But where Wally went wrong was he walked over to me. Shouldn't have walked over to me. You got your whole entourage there. Go talk to them and deal with them. But he walked over to me instead. You know, and like I've been saying all day, I'd rather retaliate first and then ask questions later. I pushed him like, you know, like get over there. And then how it turned out is how it turned out. So.
Did you kind of immediately regret it in the moment when you saw he was bleeding? Did your mind immediately think the fight could be off?
No. And if it was off, then so be it. Like, it's just, like, I'm not going to sit there and have a man walk towards me and then, what? And then let him kind of, no. It's not. It's either me or you, you know. So, yeah, in a situation like that, it was always going to be me or him. So.
And he was saying earlier he thinks it's come too soon for you, and when you were up there at the press conference, he was comparing resumes, boxing records. Would you, in an ideal world, have liked to have had another one or two in a similar sort of class before the British title shot?
No, because they asked me for the fight. I said, yeah, and I took it. Give it to me. Till I went, I'm like, now, what, now you want? I'm like, yeah, give it to me. Don't care about none of that. I'll have a fight with him. You know, a fight's a fight, right? So, no point having to long it out if I know I can have it right now.
What have you seen in Fabio Wardley? You said you could list all his flaws. What have you seen in him that makes it? That's the thumbnail sorted. You think he's got a weak chin?
Yeah. He ain't got no chin. You know, he gets hurt too many times. But yeah, you know, it's not even necessarily about what I have to see in him as well. Sometimes I just back myself. And because I back myself, it's just how I go out there. You know, I'm a sort of person that I just believe in myself.
Do you think we haven't seen the best of you yet in the ring? Obviously, in sparring, you've impressed a hell of a lot of people at the top level of the game. But do you think we haven't seen that translated necessarily to the pro ring yet?
No, not yet. You haven't seen it yet. And you just said it yourself. In sparring, a lot of people are like, whoa, like, kind of, you know, you must hear the stories. And but obviously, I'm fighting. I'm still young. I'm still finding my feet in the pros. So I got to do it. And I'm doing it now. You know, I hear some stories about him in sparring that are shocking, and you'd never hear them stories about me. So yeah.
And he was talking about you've both beaten the usual suspects on the way up, but he's stepped up already. And this is your step up.
He's not lying.
Is there an advantage in that, though, that he's been in that situation before?
For other fighters, yeah, there is an advantage. I've been there before. You ain't been there before. You know, like, I mean, how do I use it in sort of layman terms? But obviously, because he's been there, there is that experience. But in terms of me now, it doesn't change nothing for me. Because I don't go in there and I don't think nothing like, damn, Wardy's been in there with this person. Wardy's been in there here before, he's done this before. It just doesn't affect me like that, you know. I don't know, my just mentality is a bit different.
How excited were you when you heard the British title would be on the line? Because it seemed like it wouldn't for a long time. Now it is. Not bothered?
No, I wasn't even bothered. And I don't want it to sound like I'm being like arrogant or nothing. I wasn't bothered. Like, you know, it wasn't on the line the first time they gave it to Fraser, and then it wasn't online. It wasn't on the line. Oh, now it's on the line. It's just, yeah, I wasn't bothered.
So with that in mind, should everything go your way on the 28th, do you see yourself staying at British level for long, defending the title? Straight to world level after that?
I still got to fight certain opponents going up, but yeah, you know, I'll just progress in my career.
So the British title was never one of those things you kind of dreamed about as a kid or anything like that?
No. You know, it is prestigious and it is a good title to have, but obviously sometimes when it feels like, oh, you're getting hard down by it, you just move on forward. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
What do you think are the main factors that are going to make the difference on fight night? Where do you have the edge that's going to make the difference?
Just believe in myself. I'm faster than him, I hit harder than him, I got more grit than him, my heart's bigger than his, my ball's bigger than his, you know, so yeah.
And what's the future after that? You were talking about ascending up the levels, not wanting to dwell at British level for too long. Are there any kind of names out there or any belts you want to win? What's the plan?
There is, but I'll wait until the 28th after the fight night and then I'll start blabbering away. But obviously, as for now, I'm just going to get him out of the way first and deal with him.
How big a deal at all is it for you, the occasion itself? You know, opening Riyadh season, massive event, boxer against MMA fighter up top as well. Does that excite you?
It's different, isn't it? When I first got told the fight was going to happen in Saudi, I was like, oh, not the UK. They're asking me, where do you want it? And I'm like, damn, the UK is nice, you know. Headline our own show, sell out our venue, you bring all your loved ones there. But obviously, like, I wasn't really fussed as well at Saudi. I said, I can't complain. Obviously, I've been training in that hot weather, so and that humidity, so I'm getting used to it now. So.
How much of a boost is it for you in terms of your profile? That a lot of people seem to be talking about this fight, maybe more than some of the other heavyweight fights on the bill, Joseph Parker, Martin Bakole and so on.
Yeah, no, it is good. It is good, right? Because in boxing isn't a popularity contest, but at the same time, it does matter. You know, it's the popular people and people that have more of a name that get, you know, but the people that have more of a following, that get paid more, they get pushed on more. So, yeah, so it is a good thing. You know what they say, all publicity is good publicity in boxing.
What did you make of his comments that Frank Warren's got his money on Wardley, that they could work together in the future if Wardley gets past you?
It's the game of the... Listen, there's a saying, you got to learn to not take anything personal. Taking things personal will get you killed. So, yeah, I don't take it personal. You know, yeah, whatever they got sorted out is what they got sorted out. It's the same thing with Zhang and Joe Joyce. Zhang beat Joyce. Frank's got a a contract with Zhang now moving forward. You know, Joyce shouldn't take it personal. It's just the game we're in.
And I'm guessing, you know, Frank's got you to this British title shot. I mean, you've done your bit as well, of course, but on one of the biggest cards of the year, a fight you feel you can win, you must be pretty happy with the journey so far.
I think Frank's doing a good job with me. I'm more known than what Wardley is, and Wardley thinks he's a superstar. So imagine what I am. You know what I mean? Nobody really knows Wardley like that, you know. So, yeah.
Is that disappointing for you, though, because you're going to beat him and people don't really know who he is in your view?
No, because in boxing, they know what it is, and it's more about the achievement that I've done. It's not about nobody else, it's more about me. So, because it's something that I've achieved, I'd like it.
Great stuff. Well, best of luck on the 28th, and yeah, can't wait to see it.
Oh, man, I appreciate it.
Cheers, mate. Always a pleasure.
You're going to be there.